podcast is rated TV PG for fantasy violence and language. Welcome back to Star Wars Birth of the Republic tabletop role-playing game. Episode 22. I'm Kirk, and I will be your storyteller.
I am Andrew. I play Hakru, the Zabrak Scout.
I'm Eric. I'm playing Lashara, the Bothan Noble.
I'm Greg. I'm playing Dodd, the Human Scoundrel.
Yeah, I'm Seth, playing Jad Marqueta, the Rhodian Scoundrel.
This is Mary, and I will be playing Rura, the Tagorian Scout.
Alright, welcome back to Gaming Without Gaming. This is Star Wars Birth of the Republic, and last session, everyone was sort of preparing to take care of or deal with the Kar-Fey's rival, who was, years ago, promised to this gentleman. Lash's mother was promised to this gentleman, and she wound up not being able to fulfill it because of Lash being conceived. So it sort of was quiet for a long time, and if there was any investigation done, it looks like he's been sort of attacking the outer circle of the Kar-Fey estate holdings for the last 15-20 years or so. It's been a little subtle, but he has been acquiring things and hampering things and stuff like that. So if you look at everything, piece it all together, it's pretty obvious that this was his next logical step. So costumes were acquired. The E-Web was set up with anchor points in the cargo bay and on the landing ramp, so that the E-Web could be moved to both. There was also an internal system set up where the E-Web could be plugged into the wall instead of having carried around this big power plant sort of thing. And that way someone in the co-pilot seat could actually adjust the power instead of have someone standing there next to him. I think that's kind of where we set off. There was some scouting of the building that he owns and lives in. And there's a penthouse attached to a skyscraper, one of the largest ones. And it's got this very opulent sort of domed structure that serves possibly as a residence and possibly as a business or both. So, and that's kind of where we left off. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's up to you guys. Funeral arrangements have been going along. People in and out with flowers and food. The security's all back in place at the Kar-Fey estate. Cooks and things like that are arriving. People are being vetted, that sort of thing. So a few old employees are coming back, like the older employees. But other than that, it's a new bunch.
All right. So at this point, we know the general layout. We know where we need to go.
I actually botched the layout roll.
Right. That's why it's all kind of guess right now.
Okay.
That's why you guys used a scope to look at what you could see from your hotel room.
Does anyone want to see if they can just call into this guy's office and set up a meeting in the general area? I mean, if this is an office building and he is, the the guy in charge, we're probably not going to be able to just get a meeting with him, but get a meeting with someone close by so we can get, halfway up this tower or something.
I don't see why this guy wouldn't want to meet with us. We took his bounty. We executed his bounty. I don't think we would want to, as a professional mercenary group, see anybody else.
Especially how important this one was to him.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're gonna pose as the mercenaries. I had missed that. Okay.
Yeah, and because you're the Bothan, I think you were going to be the face. With whoever's going in is going to be covered up, concealed with a disguise.
Okay.
Lash, are you a known commodity to these people? I mean, you're kind of like a corporate princess, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Probably up to the GM or a role. I don't know.
That is a good question. Did you want to conceal your face a little bit with a mask or some sort of breathing apparatus or something to?
You're like all white and furry, right?
Black and white.
Yeah.
Black and white. Okay. I know there's your character profile around here somewhere. Let me bounce over there.
I don't think I necessarily stand out in both Bothan culture per se.
It's up to you. This person is in. You may have met him before. You're not certain. If you did, it's a long time ago.
There's also a really good chance if this person was betrothed to your mother, and I guess I could say this in character, right? We don't have to be.
Right.
So Lash, this guy, right, used to be someone that your mom was supposed to marry, right? I feel
From
like
my new understanding.
I feel like there's a really good chance that he might have kept tabs on you. How do we disguise you, or do you want one of us to be the face of this situation and you can reveal yourself at the appropriate time?
Let's shave her and give her a mohawk.
I mean, I like that plan. Seems like a good idea, Jed.
Oh my god.
You can pattern it after yours.
I'm a Chinese crusted Bothan.
Yeah.
You have several changes of clothing, so you could look however you want. The group has flight suits. You have I think you have a cloak with a hood. I'm not certain, but that wouldn't be hard to get. A farmer's cloak or whatever it would be, brown or gray or black or whatever. And
I think I'm gonna kind of just
even just a respirator and a cloak hood up. Not many people are going to know who you are, but they'll recognize you as a Bothan.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll the dice like that.
Okay.
All right. There is no
Because
disguise.
I also want to reveal who I am.
Yeah.
Before any action is taken.
Let's see.
My name is Indigo Montalia.
Yeah.
So this is a deception roll to dress up, and you could have people help you. Another character help you if they want, or they could do the dressing up for you if they have a high enough roll.
I have a hard time imagining she doesn't have a strong deception.
Oh, I do. Grab that real quick. 1 second. My apologies.
I just want to make sure if someone else doesn't have one.
I have a 22 on my deception roll to put on something that makes me less obvious.
Yeah,
a helmet, I guess. So.
Deception is definitely trained for me from back in the time of being a noble.
It looks like Dodd, Jad, and Lashara all have trained in deception.
All right. So deception roll for me.
Hat and a poncho.
18.
We're all wearing helmets and ponchos.
That's the exact reason Hakru got his. It's like helmet for his face, horn, poncho for his body, and whatever else he can hide on himself.
And actually, it looks like Lashara's got the plus 12 to her roll.
Yeah. So I rolled an 18.
Oh, yeah. That. Are you dressing yourself up, or are you dressing someone else up?
I mean, I can help them.
Take that roll for you, man.
Okay. But I'm not really trying to deceive much. I'm a Bothan, so I get a little bit of leeway here.
With those rolls, though, you guys can put together a group outfit that all looks like they're part of the same clan.
Unit.
Or, yeah.
We are the
Okay.
poncho and helmet gang.
Yeah. But maybe bandana tied on one arm or something like that, where it's a signature that anybody looking at you knows you're a group that's
Okay.
sort of together.
Next question is, who's going into this tower and who's staying on the ship?
That is another.
Jad is, as far as I know, is on the ship. HK could come with us or stay. I don't know if they're going to let HK in the
I
door.
doubt. And
Probably not.
Unharmed.
Yeah.
HK will hold Jad's shoulders so that he doesn't fall off the ship. But
How are you going to get weapons
feel-
to you?
well, that's a good question.
Haku's got a couple options of where he could pretty solidly either sneak them in, or if he wants to be on the ship when Jad opens fire with the E-Web breaking glass, Haku can easily jetpack like a duffel bag of weapons over.
And Rora was planning on going in because she both has claws that can't be taken away from her,
Right.
and is very good with a spear that she can kind of put a cap on and pretend it's a walking stick or something. Like, it should be easy enough for her to get in with at least a melee like fighting chance, and it's better than most of you have.
Aren't Bothans racist towards your species?
That's why I'm wearing
Just
a
one.
helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Helmet,
She's
breeder,
got a helmet.
mask.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
She's
fake
like she looks like
mustache.
a big Bothan. Yeah. And she can disguise the spear as like a staff or something as well.
Right. That's kind of.
I think we'll have to do some sort of like acting roll, deception roll while you're acting like you need it to walk. That way it won't be taken away. It's not quite as easy as Gandalf getting into Rohirrim with his giant magic staff that everyone can see.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't have the Jedi mind trick, but I'm with someone who does.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Okay,
That is true.
So for sure, Lash in the building. For sure, Rura in the building. For sure, Jad and Haku in the ship.
Oh,
What do you guys think? Me in the ship or me in the building?
I think you in the building, because I think the
yeah.
people with the better abilities to speak should go through the building.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I
That
agree.
makes sense.
All right.
Dodd also has jets on his
Jet
boots. Yeah.
Jet boots.
So if he needs to, he
Basically,
can.
Star Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jad Bane or Cad Bane style.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this way, so if Jad starts over, sorry, if Dodd starts over there and Haku comes over with weapons, my jetpack is strong enough to where if I wanted to, like, I could, like, bear hug Jad and we could both come over with the weapons and everything.
Yeah.
Or if Jad wanted to stay on the E-Web, either way. But all that to be said, if I needed to, like, we checked it, I could actually take Rura back over via these. So if, like, we needed to ferry people,
Right.
Haku could do that.
Yeah.
So Lash says, my only concern at this point is with the way that Bothan society functions, and the fact that this is a huge glass room, I'm worried that there's going to be some kind of shielding in place to stop assassination attempts, from sniper rifles or things from a distance. It's a big glass room, and they're going to be waiting for it's designed to stop shots from being fired. Well, I'm not sure, but I know that the glass in my family's office is shielded, or some, they have some protections.
I noticed a bird landing on the building, so I don't think that there's anything on that building that's energized.
Yeah.
But I'm not an expert on technology like this.
Rura and Dodge shot right through your parents' windows or shot through and then jumped through. So there's no. It's part of the bravado, I guess, to say I'm out here, take your shot, sort of thing. That no,
Okay.
it's just
This is a macho move on his part.
On most Bothans, they don't get on the council and then hide, away from everything. It's a very, they go to public events and things like that. So
Okay.
So, Lash, what's the fallout we can expect if we're successful here? Like, what happens to your parents?
To be honest, probably nothing. This is something that happens in Bothan culture, and he didn't succeed in his mission, and father is still alive, but he doesn't know that. And my father may be lauded as a hero on certain circles for taking this man out.
Bold
for his-
step. Yeah.
Yeah.
It basically just has to be brought before the council after it's done, and then it gets green. It doesn't get green light; it gets resolved.
What happens with his assets once this goes through?
I believe they go up for sale, and the Kar-Fey family would get first sort of dibs on what they wanted or could purchase, that sort of thing.
Okay. And as far as his liquid assets, they go to the employees, I guess? Like currency, I mean?
What do you I don't know. It's
Yeah, sorry, I'm asking
you're
dumb
asking
questions.
man Star Trek questions. Stop it.
Star Trek questions? What do you mean? They don't even have money in Star Trek.
Shoo! I don't know. Money
Okay.
laying around would go to next of kin if there is any, I guess.
Okay.
Unless a next of kin contests things. But if they can buy it up personally, they're the next in line to buy things up from the estate.
I was just thinking we have
There's
some
no wills,
pretty considerable
Yeah, I don't think there's
assets
any-
ourselves.
I don't think there's
Right.
any wills on Bothan because that would negate a lot of this manipulation and jockeying for power. It would sort of make it not worthwhile.
All right. So it seems like we have a plan, and it seems like we are prepared. Do we want to go?
I don't see a reason not to.
Anything else need to be purchased or talk to your mom or anything before you head out, or what time?
No, if we're at the hotel and the security's back,
Okay.
I'm not going to go back and talk to them.
Okay. Do you want to do it right now? You want to do it in the morning? Closer to closing? It's up to you. It's about 2:00 now.
Do these buildings operate 24-hour cycles, or do they have like day-night cycles for staffing?
50-50. People could be,
Okay.
it depends on what they want to run, what businesses are running.
All right. I'd prefer to move in when there's the least possibility of extra collateral damage.
Yeah.
And I know that we mentioned last week that collateral damage was frowned upon.
Yeah. It's seen as vulgar and not precise. You go after your target, not a whole building with 100,000 people in it, whatever.
Yeah. So with the fact that we have these pucks to turn in for the bounty, should get us an audience with, this guy. So I think the collateral damage portion should be fairly mitigated.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any particular time that's going to be better than any other. I think we should take care of business now.
Okay.
Do you have your bounty hunter name picked out? I think it's
Oh, there you
about
go.
time to go make that call.
Do we need a group name too? Like, do we get to have a gang name?
Yeah, you
You
could.
should have one.
And if you're going to be turning in weapons that you might not get back, do you go grab those weapons you guys got from Dog He that you picked up off the dead bodies and use those? That way you're not turning.
We've got
your
a
favorite
whole bunch of
blaster.
weapons from a bunch of dead Bothans that we can use.
Did anyone say they were picking those up specifically?
Yes.
Okay.
I mentioned it twice.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that they searched them.
Right. So there were 6 vibroblades that were poisoned. So handling them was you had to be careful. 6 blaster
Keep those.
rifles and 6 short range comlinks. That's all they had on them.
Guess I'll strap a blaster rifle on my back and I'll hand a crew my holster with my my trusty whatever the 1,000 years before the DL-44 was invented to him.
The DL-43 and a half.
43 and a half, yeah. The DL-43 and a half. I hand that over to Hikaru.
So yeah, I wouldn't take anything that's going to be confiscated and possibly never seen again.
Definitely not. Did you find a place to conceal that lightsaber? Or are we going to
ask that?
Are we
Yeah,
gonna
so she had. I know for a while back she had developed something with clothing to be able to conceal it, like in her clothes behind, like on her shoulder. I'm gonna see if I can, because I don't remember if that was just like on a particular item of clothing for that particular reason, or if it was something that she put together that could be used with other garments.
Boy, I want to say it was with that particular garment.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a hidden holster. So if you wanted to try and, boy,
is this a second?
Roll a 20-sider.
Roll?
Yeah, roll a 20-sider, and high, it can be broken apart into 2 pieces.
Okay, no, it's low. I roll an 8.
Okay, so it's a 1-piece item.
So this is going to come down to Jedi skill, honestly.
Yeah.
That's my that is my my part of the plan here with Jedi Mind Trick to get through security with the saber if necessary.
Okay.
And there's always the prison purse.
Meow.
That's terrible.
Are Bothans marsupial at all?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that's been thought of. Or you could even just wrap it until then, so it's not quite so obvious that it's a weapon.
I can't remember. I seem to remember reading somewhere, and it could have been in the source material or whatever, but that lightsabers themselves aren't set up to be detected as a weapon.
Right. And I guess if we wanted to down the road set up a hidden holster, buy one that's specifically made to attach to your back or leg or something like that, where you can yank it with the force and draw it.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you want to hide it? In the meantime,
at this point, I'm going to go in with a full cloak with that kind of drapes, almost Sith style.
Okay.
Hopefully that doesn't really come to fruition, but and some type of breathing apparatus, and I'm sure I can fold this into that cloak, so when I get searched, I can drop the cloak on the ground and they can search me and it'll be in that, and
Okay.
I don't know if that'll work, but it's going to be that's what we're going to roll with, I think.
Okay. Sounds good. So Dodd, Lashara, and Rura. It's easy to take some sort of public transportation if you want to get there. You do have 2 speeder bikes that you could probably fit all 3 of you on if you, or somehow get everyone there. It's up to you.
Yeah, speeder bikes is fine with me.
And then it says, just let us know when you're entering and we'll slowly fly up. I mean, it's not going to take any time at all. Maybe 2 or 3 rounds for him to get from the spaceport to downtown.
So are you setting up the call, Lash?
Absolutely. And we can take a few minutes to synchronize comm channels or whatever if we need to.
Okay. All right. So Rura probably has to have her own bike.
Yeah.
So Dodd and Lashar can jump on the other one. It's a little uncomfortable, but you guys can get there pretty quickly.
Okay.
Stop outside this. This is in the downtown business district. There are fine-looking, dressed-up Bothans everywhere. It's got a very Wall Street feel to it. A lot of briefcases, a lot of serious looks, and people shaking hands on the street and doing deals. This building is the largest in the area that you can see. It is, what do we say, like 150 stories? It's gigantic. It's got a great big entrance. It almost looks like the roots of a tree have been sort of risen out of the ground with glass all around them, so you can see into this lobby, and it's spacious with several elevators. There's one right in the middle, and there's like 4 others that I guess they only go up to a certain point when the building starts doing this. And then there's a big circle in the foyer, and there's several people who are like at an information desk when you guys walk in. Everything's golden. It's very it's not vulgar, but it's very overwhelming.
Ostentatious.
Yeah.
Lavish.
And you're not sure it's gold, like plated or gilding. Like you can't tell the difference if it's solid gold. Some of these things are not. So you walk in. There's at least 50 to 100 people, sort of coming and going through this place when you walk in. Gorgeously lit. All the lights inside are sort of recessed, so it looks like light is dappling in through tree leaves and stuff. It's a lot of money's been spent on this thing, and you're not sure how long it's been around. So it may have been very recent, within the last 15 years.
Do we notice a security checkpoint or anything to get inside, or is it just kind of an open lobby where people can come and go?
There's like a circular desk that people are sort of getting in through to the elevator system or the lift system. And so there's lots of people around that are sort of checking IDs, and people are walking through it's not a scanner, but they've got like security cards. And they're going through certain ones, like employees are going through one, visitors are going through another one, that sort of thing.
Okay, so Lash is going to have Rura and Dodd kind of follow her, and she's going to head over to a gate that doesn't seem to be used much. And I don't know if there's someone there or not, but her agenda here is that this is a set up meeting that that all she's going to need to do, what she's thinking is all she's going to need to do is flash this puck, and that's going to give her some kind of clout.
Okay. There's the entrance you've picked has one Bothan working at it, and he's very well dressed as a security officer. And you walk up, and he says, "Good day. Can I help you?"
She looks up at him, and she kind of pulls her cloak to the side, and has a puck here, and she kind of keeps it hidden. And she says, "We have business in the penthouse."
He holds his hand out like it's a normal thing for the
and she hands it to him.
He puts it like on a desk thing, and if you can see on the thing, when he sets it in like a little recessed thing, the information that's stored on it appears. And he says, "Just one moment," and he pushes a button, and he says, "Please let what's his name? What's his last name?"
I didn't take as good a notes as I normally do last time. I was so tired, guys. I'm so sorry.
Let Mr. Avla know that his bounty hunters have arrived with their puck. And you hear a lady on the other end that says, "Yes, we will clear his schedule immediately." And he says, "Just a few moments." And you guys kind of stand there, and you're looking around. It doesn't look like any security officers are like eyeing you or anything like that. And he just casually says, "If you have any weapons, place them in this drawer." And he moves to the side and puts like a key in, and like this separate drawer comes out underneath. It looks like a lockbox. He says, "Please place your blasters and knives and everything in here while you're in the building."
Take off the blaster rifle and stick it in the slot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and drop a knife in.
Okay.
To make it look legit.
Yep.
And making sure to be standing there in kind of a somewhat menacing sort of pose. Like, I really don't want to be here.
I'm like the Wookiee.
Okay.
How tall is Rura?
She's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Dodd is not that tall.
7'3". She's 7'3".
So, but before, just to make this look like we own we know this business.
Right.
Lash is going to indicate to these two people who are her crew to do that with the weapons.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll look like I'm following instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Several weapons go in. The drawer closes, and he takes the little rod and sets it to the end, and lights up around it, and he hands it to one of you. It's a code stick.
Okay, yeah. So Lash takes it and hands it to Dodd.
And then a little light comes on his desk, and he pushes it. And the female voice says, he's ready for them now. Send them up. And he says, yes, ma'am. And clicks it off. And he points to the main lift, and he says, go ahead and go in, and we'll direct it up to the penthouse.
I just want to point out, look at Mary and I both looking real serious at the screen while this is going on. We're both like...
he lifts the puck off, and the screen goes dark, and he hands it back to you as well.
So Lash takes it, and she like glances left and right at Dodd and Lash, and just makes this motion like they're just going to obey anyway, and then they're going to head through the checkpoint.
Okay. As you're heading toward the elevator, if anyone kind of casually looks behind, he's got his finger on a button watching you. And as you approach, it looks like he presses something. And one of these, it looks like a concealed door slowly opens up, and there's the lift. There's no buttons on the outside, no nothing. You guys get in. There's no buttons on the inside. And he pushes another button and kind of gives like a nod bow, and the doors close up.
I say nothing the whole elevator ride.
Okay.
Unless you guys want me to.
No, I think we...
Hey, Dad, by the way, what is your social security number? Or whatever.
And you all have
Otherwise,
names, right? Did you all pick up names for yourself?
I didn't.
No,
I should.
I can't wait for these to get improv in front of the guy, and you're all going to. This is my associate.
It's dawning on you now, and you've got a little bit of an elevator ride. You're not sure if you're being monitored, so
I look over
if
at
Dot or
Bashara.
Rura wants to give Lash a name, or if whoever, I would assume it'd be like a speaking thing, like Dot says to Lash, like, "Hey, Gitzo,
Yeah, I was gonna.
let's go get lunch afterwards."
So Navash, you think this is going to go smooth? And I say, looking at Lash.
Rura looks confused for a second, but then it's like,
She says, yes, Digar. This had better be smooth. It's business.
Yes, ma'am. And I stand at attention.
Okay. A couple minutes of silence as Rura is slowly like eyeing between the two. As they're standing facing the doorway, and she's like starts to sweat a little bit.
She's like, she missed it, and she's just like,
The door is
well, no, but
slide
it's like,
open.
it would be ridiculous if I said my own name out loud. All right, okay, cool. I guess I'll find out later.
All right, you guys. It opens up.
I mean, seriously, does your species even speak? I thought you just kind of.
That's terrible.
Growling, it's fine.
It opens up into a pretty standard room, and it looks like when you walk out that there's another door of a lift that you didn't see down below. And you walk out into this pretty large room with huge couches and funky shapes. Like one looks like a fallen tree almost, but there's someone sitting on the couch. And in front of you is this weirdly shaped desk, and there's a female bosun sitting behind it. Her hair is sort of all up in a little thing with decorations and things hanging off. And she puts her hand up when you come in.
is she the only person in the room?
There's someone sitting on a couch. It looks like they just sat down.
So they may have been in a meeting with them or something. But this is an anteroom,
Right. Probably
to the office.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bubble.
Okay, so she's gonna try the same type of trick, and she's gonna walk up to the desk with Dodd and Rora in tow, and like again, kind of flash the puck and say, "I believe it's time for an audience with Mr." I'm sorry, what's his name?
Hosk. Hosk is his first name. His last name is OV''Lya. Ovla.
Okay.
Ovla, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, she says, I believe we have an audience with Mr. Ovla.
And she puts her hand out for the thing, hand it to her, and she puts it on her table, which is all flat, and it lights up and shows what's going on, and she hits a few buttons and hands it back to you, and she says, right this way. And when she stands up, she hits another button on her desk, and the back doors like open up, and she walks toward them, and as she gets closer, they fully open up. And this hallway is a very organic-looking curves, and as you look up, you see the sky. This is all inside that oval. And she walks you down a hallway. There's all sorts of plants in here. The flooring is glass in parts, and so it's lit up from below. You see sort of light coming up. So it's very organic. It looks like you're sort of walking through a jungle that's suspended above a city. And she takes you back to another little room and opens the door. And she says, where's that at? Mr. Ovla, this is the bounty hunters who have the puck for the Kar-Fey family. And if you walk in, she sort of backs out and the doors close. And this has all sorts of sculptures in this place, huge couches. I want to say the place is like 30 by 40 or something. It's just a huge space. And at the back is a nice desk that looks like it sort of grew up out of the ground. And outside you could see other sort of atrium attachments that looks like one is for this room and maybe one is for the room that you can't see and one's for the other one. And there's a pool inside with plants all grown up around. And in here, the floor, below the glass floor, is this sort of lava rock, and there is flame sort of rippling through it just quietly, and you can feel like this nice radiated heat coming up from it. And at the desk, as a scan, there's at least 6 guards sort of in the corners and around. And at the desk is the gentleman, Hosk, who Dodd sort of pulled up information on, I believe. And he says, welcome. Waves you guys in.
So she, again, is going to kind of motion with her hands to her compatriots and walk forward and attempt to get fairly close.
Okay.
I will push the button on the comm thing to let the ship know that it's about time to start heading this direction.
Okay.
Rura's gonna kind of stay a little behind Losh, but like fan out a little bit, like not to make a direct line, and also give a little more spread on the room.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to stay at least 6 feet away from Losh, because if she starts operating that light thingy, I don't want to be cut in half.
All right. Let's see. And there are chairs in front of the desk to sit at.
I'll remain standing.
Also stand.
And he looks totally relaxed. Doesn't look like he's on guard or anything. All right. So this is the room you're in. These are all the guards spaced out around. This is him, Hoskai, Lashara, Rura, and Dodd. And these are the small atriums that have pools and things like that in them. This was the entranceway where the secretary was sitting. And this is the boardroom you saw. So your vantage point was from that direction. And this second bedroom you saw a little bit before you couldn't see anymore. So it is as scouted. Everybody see?
Yep.
Okay. There's other furniture and stuff in here. Like I said, there's like chairs sitting around here, but you guys, 2 of you remaining standing. And he says, the puck, please.
So Lash is going to walk up with her kind of head bowed, so the cloak is kind of draped over her face. The only thing you can see from the outside is the mask. And she walks up to the desk basically where she's at now, and she holds up the puck in her hand, and she throws it on the ground. And in the same move with her other hand, she pulls back the cloak and removes the mask.
Okay. He kind of starts when you throw it on the ground, and the guards all like raise their weapons. And when you take the mask off, he looks puzzled for a moment, and then he says, "Lashara?"
And yeah, so she says,
Thought we were using our made-up names.
well, he
recognized her.
It's revealed at this point. You know?
Yeah.
He
Cat's
looks,
out of the bag.
he looks very perplexed, and he says, "Are you here to marry him?"
She says, Haskovia, you have committed atrocities against my family. You have killed my father, injured my mother, and now it is time for justice to come to you. And she is going to make this movement to her cloak and reveal the lightsaber.
Okay. You ignite it.
Yep.
Hold it at him, or hold it up, or what's your?
Yeah, she's going to hold it at the ready in front of her.
Okay. With that, all of the guards take aim at you guys, and he still looks puzzled. He kind of puts his hands up, and he stands up and he goes, "So, did your mother send you to finalize the wedding? Gur will be so happy that you want to join our family now." Gur, when he says Gur, it dawns on you back to your the prequel when you were arguing with your mother. It was one of the names she brought up casually but insistently that she has lined up for you to marry.
So Lash kind of tilts her head to the side, but she's so focused on what she came here to do.
Right.
And she's just going to say, none of that matters now. The fact that I made it to your desk with this puck to murder my father is all that I need to know for justice to be done. And she says, do you have anything to say before justice is carried out?
He still looks very confused. He says, "So, did you kill your father? Is your father dead?"
She's gonna say, "Quit with these games. You know what this puck is."
Yes, it's the contract I put out for your father. You do know the family history, right? You do know that your mother and I were to get married, and then you were conceived, and that was no longer able to happen, correct?
She's going to try to use some kind of force power to try to sense motive of, in some way.
Does that gather information, or
I'm trying to look and see what might apply.
can you do one of these? For those of you who missed it.
What? I didn't see it.
One of these?
Let's see.
I can.
I thought there was something to power force, transmute light, search of feelings.
Oh, here it is. Swim. That's the skill you want.
Sense 4, sense surroundings, telepathy? That's just sending information.
Yeah.
Additional sense 4s, additional sense surroundings, breath control.
Yeah, search your feelings is, I guess, internal on your own self. I don't know if that would really quite work here.
It's basically a yes or no. Will an action be favorable or unfavorable in the next 10 minutes or less? An example would be destroying.
Yeah, but I think Lash is trying to figure out why this guy is confused that she's standing there with a bounty for her dad's head.
Gather information and deception are the counterbalances to each other. I believe we figured that out.
Yeah.
A while back.
Okay, so I'll roll that then. 19 plus
76.
19 plus 12. So 20 or 31.
Okay. I believe that's learn secret information. Analysis. I identify. Quick intel. These are all like really low numbers to hit, so. Learn news and rumors. Yeah, it's like a DC 10.
Yeah, because she's completely taken aback. Like he wouldn't know instantly that we were here to, especially with her talking about justice to take him out. Like she's completely baffled.
Yeah. He's telling the truth. It all seems very plausible from what you know that there's a lot of political marriages that are put forth on Bothui, and this is not uncommon. And breaking them can have consequences, pretty drastic consequences. Usually if there's a large fee or dowry sort of paid out, no matter what, if it's broken. So you're not sure if your parents did that or your grandparents did that, if that's who made the deal. But it does dawn on you that your mother did bring his son up recently, within the last year, as a marriage option. And I believe she even said to join houses together.
Okay.
And he genuinely looks sort of perplexed by everything. So again,
She's just going to ask him.
Did you? Did you kill your father? Is that what happened?
She's going to say, I need some clarification on what you're talking about, and it should be immediately.
He puts his finger on the desk, and a button lights up, and he says, "Gur, can you come in here, or come up here?" And you hear a young male voice go, "Yeah, I'll be up in just a moment." And he says, "Please hurry." A couple rounds go by. Perception roll for you three.
Hmm. 20.
17.
19.
Okay. As you're all staying there, off in the distance, you see the Ripper sort of flying casually across the skyline. I didn't know
when she sees it.
Yeah.
She's going to open mic so
Okay.
they can hear the conversation.
Okay. And eventually the doors open, and a young Bothan who's very nicely dressed comes walking in. He looks around confused because the guards all have their weapons pointed at you guys. So he stops a little bit, and Husk says, "Jur, this is Lashara. Did Lashara's mother talk to you a while back about marrying Lashara?" And he says, yes, Kaylin did come to me and ask me if I wanted to marry Lashara, but I wasn't sure at the time. Is that what's going on? Is this some sort of dowry thing? He looks
So
confused.
Lashara just says, I've had enough of this. Why did you kill my father? Why did you send the bounty hunters to kill him?
After the first time, when your mother was taken from me, it was pretty infuriating and embarrassing, and I spent years pecking at your family's finances. But after you left World and embarrassed me again with my son's betrothal to you, that was too much. And so your father, I put a contract out on him to take him out. I assumed it was his idea for you to leave and to renege on the deal, since your mother had set this all up and not him.
So Lashara says, I'm glad I understand. And at that point, she goes into like this real quick force-induced stance and raises her shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can go ahead and roll that, I guess.
Yes.
8 plus 17. So 25 is what I got.
Okay. Do you make any verbal commands to the Ripper?
At the same time as a quick action, she says, Ripper, Lashara to the Ripper, justice needs done. And then that's when she raises her shield.
All right. Initiative.
Yeah, because Brewer's about to try to get out of the middle of the room.
Yeah, there's a lot of guards here. I'm so if we all die, I'm sorry, but yeah.
The three of them can't hear this, but Jad is in the Ripper going, "Let's do it!"
All right. Initiatives on.
Yeah, I'm rolling middle freaking numbers tonight.
All right.
My initiative is 19.
19. Anybody above that?
24 or 25.
I got a 24.
You want me rolling as well?
Yeah. That's row. 24 is Hakru. And Losh, what did you get?
19.
What'd you get, Jed?
It's a good thing you're the one in a shield.
Yeah. What'd you get, Jed?
21.
Dodd, what'd you get?
6.
Oh. How do you get a 6? What's your initiative bonus? Should be
5.
like 11.
Oh,
Well, if he's not trained in it, then
Yeah. I thought he...
yeah.
Is it? Let me check. Let me just make sure.
yeah, initiative is something you can train in. That's
Yep.
You roll a 1?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Got a problem with it?
All right.
Look, I'm
Do I have
just
everybody?
being honest.
Yeah.
We're gonna change your middle name to Daily Dollar Short.
Yeah, right. I can re-roll if you guys want.
No.
So I got
It's fine.
Rura, Hakru, Jad, Lash was after that with a 19. And then the 6 is Dodd. Damn it. Dodd, buddy, I don't know how you do it.
with style. That's how.
Hopefully better than this for the rest of the game.
No joke. All right.
I'll get that one out of the way.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
So you take your stance, and boy, they got a 26 for their initiative.
Holy shit. We're just gonna die and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there'd be 2 on each person, basically. All right. Let's do
Is there such a thing as going full defense?
It's a feat. Dodge is a feat.
Huh.
During your turn, you may designate an opponent and receive a +1 dodge bonus as your reflex defense against attacks from that opponent.
You can also fight defensively as a standard action, which means you would take a -5 penalty on attack rolls, but get a +2 dodge bonus to your reflex defense.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
So,
That's what I was hoping for.
There you go. It's under standard actions.
and if you choose to make no attacks, you get a +5 dodge bonus on your reflex defense.
Excellent.
Oh, there you go.
Excellent.
So it'll
You have
apply
to
after
defend on
your
your
turn,
turn.
but until the beginning of your next turn.
Okay.
So it won't work for the first round, but after that, you can fight. You can do that.
Okay.
All right. So Dodd stands there slack-jawed until the end of the round.
Since you guys knew you were getting into this, and he sort of gave she sort of gave the thing, I'm going to let you guys have like a prepared sort of
makes
action of
sense.
dodging.
Because
Yeah.
she would have taken the action
Yeah.
and put up the shield,
Yeah.
so like we could have got ready. You could have gone ahead and
Yeah.
gotten into your "don't shoot me" stance.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate. I appreciate that.
All right. So, all right. Let's just do Dodd first.
The target number is 47 with my reflex save. By the way, 48 with the... No, I'm just kidding. It's 25 is your target number, Kirk.
Okay. So 15. That's a 25, but it goes to the defender.
Yay!
That one misses. So, Rura, are you doing the same thing? Ooh, 17.
Yeah, I guess so, because it wouldn't matter for the first
All right.
round, because by the time my turn comes around, yeah, so I can go full defense for that. So that puts my reflex up to 27.
Oh, that hit right on the nose. So the tie goes to defender, Lashara. 25, Lashara.
I think that hits, but I have my shield up.
Okay.
Yeah, my fort is 19.
Okay. So that is 3d8.
Reflex save, right?
Oh, it's reflex of 21, but still.
8, 10, 15 points of damage.
Oof.
Okay, and that gets negated by the shield.
Okay. And is your shield gone, or is there any points left over?
Yeah, it's gone. I rolled a 25, that's 15 points of shielding.
And the second one was a 20. Does that...
Nope.
Okay. So that is the first round of all these blaster fire opening up, and the room's lit up, and the guy dives below his desk. The kid hides behind a large structure, which we'll just say he's... where's that?
We should never let this kid in the room. This is a unforeseen,
Complication?
massive.
All right.
Shit.
Not just because he's a potential ex-boyfriend.
Right.
I mean, we could fix that. But,
Yeah, you guys have never dated, but it's very awkward regardless.
yeah, this kind of messes with those chances, honestly.
Exactly.
You hired people to kill your dad, and now he's standing here looking at you like, why are you doing this? I don't understand.
Yeah. But we'll deal with this in a little bit, but I don't know if Lash can take this kid out. He had nothing to do with it that I know of.
Yeah.
You can write a Taylor Swift song about it later.
Like,
Terrible.
if you could read Dodd's mind right now, he's probably thinking, I wonder how much Lash's mom had to do with this.
I was wondering how
Yeah.
much my mom had to do with this, but he kind of revealed his hand,
Yep.
you know.
All right. Also, the Ripper comes firing up and parks sort of outside.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it was like he ducked underneath his desk, but he ducked underneath
Yeah.
his desk on the Windows side.
Yeah.
So that's not
Yeah.
really much.
Yeah. So
Kirk, I love it. I love the template just sitting there. It really puts perspective on this room.
yeah, it floats up, and over here is the docking ramp, and it's down, and there's Jad grinning, a tiny little grin. His snoot is turned up.
His snoodly appendage.
Yep. Yep. And his antenna are twitching.
Yeah.
All right. So that is Rura. You are next in line.
Okay. Because I know you're fine. You're fine. Okay. Rora's going to make a run at number 14
Okay.
because that looks like a much more defensible corner than the center of this room.
Okay.
And I guess since she didn't bring her gun, she's going to use the spear. Basically, she on the way slams it, to the side, throwing off whatever she had capping the end of it,
Okay.
and charges him.
Man, is it terrible that all of a sudden I'm hearing in my head, thunder, 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 cats.
Yeah, but she's way more Lion-O than Chitara in this situation.
Sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight.
All right.
Well, he didn't expect, or if he doesn't expect it, she's also confused by a lot that's happening. So the 16 total that I rolled probably doesn't hit him.
No.
Yeah.
He sort of takes his gun up and would block whatever is coming straight through. That leaves Hakru. Oh, he's
Hakru is standing right next to Jad with the duffel bag held in his arms, and he's waiting for Jad to open up a window so I can go in.
Okay, so you're delaying. It's Jad's turn. Jad, go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be a nice guy and not aim at anybody except them. So I think number 10 and the leader guy and number 11. I'm just gonna kind of, and then number 9, hopefully in that line.
All right, let's.
That's
look
what I'm
at
gonna be shooting at.
What is the radius of the E-web? Auto fire mode. Oh, of course, it doesn't say what the block is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's under auto fire.
Oh, I don't think.
Uh-oh, we lost Eric.
You target a 2x2 square area and make a single attack roll at a -5 penalty and compare the results to the reflex defense of every creature in the area.
All right. So.
Let's see. I thought I had a 2x2. Is that a 3? I think this is the 2x2 area. I believe so.
That's good enough. Yeah, that'll break the windows. It's probably gonna knock that pool off the building, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see what I. Oh my gosh! I rolled a natch 20.
There we go.
I have never done that in my life.
This makes up for the last combat.
Yeah. I didn't even get spun around the last combat. I was trying.
I know.
All right. Where's my damage? Here we go.
I think what Eric's saying is that this is the universe apologizing to you for not being able to take part in this.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, man, we really wanted you.
Okay, where'd my E-web go? Where'd my...
It looks like it does a 3d12.
3d12.
What was the number you actually rolled to hit? 20 plus what?
20. Well, that's what I'm wondering. I can't find my E-web. I thought it was on my weapons thing, but it is not.
It is.
Where did I write it?
Got a lot of stuff.
Let's see. Here we go. It does 3d12, and it needs.
So your attack would be the same as your pistol, basically. So a +4 and a +3.
Okay, so 24.
Okay.
Does point blank apply to this?
Not with the auto fire.
6.
Oh, okay.
He makes a single attack roll -5, so it's actually a 19 is what you're rolling to hit the people inside.
So with precise shot, I don't have that, right? No -5. Or with my burst fire, I don't get that, right?
There's shooting into combat, and then there's just using auto fire.
Yeah.
So originally it would be like you'd get a -5 for the auto fire, then an additional -5 for shooting into combat, then an additional minus whatever due to concealment. Precise shot ignores the concealment, as well as the in combat. They're not so the only -5 you have is from the auto fire.
Yeah, unless you, there might be something later on you can take to actually negate that, but I'm not certain.
I thought burst fire negated that, but I could be wrong.
Let's look on your sheet. Sneak attack, skirmisher.
Where did my thing go? There it is.
You can shoot or throw a ranged weapon at an opponent engaged in melee with one or more allies. That's precise shot. Burst fire. When using a ranged weapon and auto fire, you can fire a short burst at a single foe.
And not have the -5 penalty.
No, you still take the -5.
Oh, do you?
But you do 2 extra dice of damage. They don't stack.
Oh, you have to take burst fires take another -5 penalty.
Yeah.
I misread it. My bad.
Levitations.
Okay, so I got a 19.
Okay. All right. Roll your damage. And I believe you roll it. It's going to be +3, and then we double that.
27 plus 3 is 30.
So 60?
Yep.
Okay. 40 of it are absorbed into the glass, and then eventually it takes so much of this firing, it shatters outward towards you. It's not going to hit you. But inside, there's a huge sucking sound as the air is being drawn out the hole, basically. So, this whole area sort of gets shot up. This all shatters.
Oh, does number 10 get sucked out?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes!
Nice.
That will look cool in the movie.
Yeah, he was not expecting it, and he gets pulled right out the window. All
Wilhelm
right.
scream.
This guy's on the floor, so he's got a little extra cover. The desk just gets riddled with bullets, and the sort of angle you're at, since the gripper's up just a little bit above, it doesn't really do too much damage here. It cracks the glass, but this is all gone. I'd say from the door gets knocked into here. So this whole area just gets peppered with laser bolts. All right.
After the glass blows up, I'll just say, "Hey, crew, don't worry, I won't hit you when you get in there."
Awesome. So where exactly is the Ripper's door? Because that's going to determine...
It's right under here. It's right under this middle part.
1, 2... I can't count the squares. How far away am I?
Let's see. Make sure. Yeah, the door is... With the ramp down, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's actually right here is the edge of the ramp. That goes back up. All right. Just say you're in pretty much the same spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to get into the room.
Awesome.
Roughly.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need. So
Okay.
I switch on my jetpack. That's my swift. Then double move, land right inside the room. I drop the pack as a free action, and I'm done because I can't do anything else.
Okay. All right. Dodd. You see how crew come flying in the window, and he drops a bag full of guns
And where does he drop it exactly?
right next to him.
At my feet, which looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 squares away from you.
Okay. So moving defensively, I cannot make an attack, but I can run over and pick up a gun, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
will
it's just your movement.
defensively
You move like 6
run
inches.
and try to get to the other side of this this barrier. Oh, you can't see me pointing at that, can you?
Here's the bag. Here's you.
Yeah.
This is like a large art piece that he doesn't really have
Okay.
a good beat on you.
Yeah, and as long
Oh,
as
no,
you
we
don't
forgot
risk
to
more
bring
than
me with-
one move action, you're fine. You can still do the fighting defensively.
Okay.
I will grab that and continue to move defensively.
What are you
So
grabbing?
now I have my gun.
Oh,
My gun.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
swift action. You just reach in and grab it.
Okay. Good. That's it.
Did I take my turn with my actions that started all this?
You would actually just gone before Dodd, so it's up to you what you want to do.
So she, with the dust getting peppered,
Yeah.
she's going to kind of do this acrobatic roll to the side, but she wants to get to behind number 11. She wants to keep an eye on the target.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's fine. Wherever. I mean, she's out of the blast radius from the E-web, but she's going to make a full lightsaber attack versus number 11. There's my low roll. Yeah, she didn't hit.
Okay.
She's rolled a 7.
When you come over here, you go to do a wide swing and you hit this structure or art piece or something like that, and so it throws you off, and you kind of cut through it above his head as he ducks. All right,
Okay.
so that was Dodd's turn.
Does that triangle that's right above me offer any kind of cover
Yes,
from
from
like yeah?
Yeah, and this is part of it. You just sort of shaved off the top of it, and it's slowly sliding off.
Okay.
All right, so the bad guys. We'll just start with 11, and he misses. Oh, okay. He misses. Boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As he crawls under his desk, if anyone's on the other side, Rur, I guess is the only one who can see it, the front of his desk opens up and he crawls out of it. It looks like it's designed that way for him to escape out. And so he doesn't have much of a run because he had to crawl, and then he just did a few steps this way. But he's heading for the door, it looks like.
Gotcha.
All right. Number 12. He's going to fire at Hakru since he looks like, well, yeah. Ay. That's a natural 20.
No.
All right. So that's a 30 to
Right
hit.
in the jetpack.
I know. Whoa, don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, that's bad. All right. 10, 18. So 46 points of damage.
Yes, that is over my threshold.
Okay. Does that Okay, so you drop down a condition track 1 point.
Yeah. And Haku takes a pretty big shot in the side.
Boy, boy, oh boy.
So it's 46.
Yeah, I'd say with a natural 20, boy, oh boy. I guess roll a 20-sided, and if it comes up a 20, then he hits your jetpack too.
All right.
And maybe that'll take some of the damage off you.
Roll the 1.
Okay. Jetpack's fine. He shoots all around it. Like a guy doing a target at a circus. So neck, arm, elbow, leg, thigh, other thigh.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
$5 mixed milkshake. Sorry.
like Haku like kind of goes ragdoll for a second, just
Yeah.
getting riddled with these bullets.
Yeah. It's not auto fire,
Coughs
but
up.
it's a good like
Yeah.
pew pew. Doesn't take a knee. You're not down below half, are you?
40s. Yes, I am. That's 3 hit points over half.
Okay. So it's up to you if you want to take a knee or you want to like take a moment. It's up to you. That's a big sploosh.
1 second. All right, I gotta look this up because as a scout, I get shake it off,
Okay.
and I believe it's for this exact thing.
There you go. There you go. All right. This
So let
guy's
me
gonna
look that up.
shoot Losh, but he's got a little bit of cover and he misses. 17 wouldn't hit you normally, would it?
No.
Okay. This guy's cowering. He looks terrified. Very confused as to what's going on. 13 is going to shoot at Rura because she's like menacing his friend. 19, 29. That is
That'll hit.
10, 27 points of damage.
Okay.
The other.
Oh. Oh man, you broke my damage threshold for like the first time this game.
All right,
Hang on, I might have something for this.
Okay.
No, that doesn't matter yet, and that doesn't matter yet. Okay, no, it's fine. Yeah, I dropped it on the condition track by 1 point. But that's
Okay. Okay. 24 hit. Does 24 hit you?
Hit me?
Yeah.
Yes.
For another 29 points of damage.
Jesus. Okay.
These guys
I'm
are almost
down-
the same as the bounty hunters. They're in the same level of assassins.
But we didn't get shot that much by those guys.
No,
For yourself.
Dod
did.
Yourself.
29. You said 29 for that second hit?
yes.
Damage? Is 60. Okay, I'm under half. By a lot.
Okay. All right. So, Rura, it is your turn.
Okay. So we're down to -2s, and we have a guy in front of me and a guy trying to get away behind me. All right, I think that I'm going to have to spend. Okay, she's going to take advantage of the fact that she has a feat that lets her spend two swift actions only to move up one condition track,
Okay.
leaving her with standard action left to again attempt to. Yeah, she'd have to go around this guy. She doesn't want to get shot again. Okay, so she's going to. Sorry, I'm looking at things I
That's
haven't
all right.
even looked at before. It's all.
That's all right.
I'm making sure I have all the things written in. Okay, so she's going to. I mean, I guess she's going to try to. Are there grapples?
Grappling is.
Is it worth trying to figure out right now?
I put it in the R wiki. Just to
I
be
know there are
safe.
because the net lets me do it. I just
Grappling 101. It's actually simpler than it looks. There's only 3 states: grabbed, grappled, or pinned. Untrained attackers can only grab. Trained attackers who either have the pin, or trip feats can improve their grabs into improved holds called a grapple. So,
okay.
Do you have pin?
No, I don't have any of that. So never mind. So she's because I figured that would be what I want to do is try to get the gun out of his hands, but I feel like that requires feats. That she doesn't.
I believe so. That's a disarm or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, she's just going to try to stab him again.
Okay.
Because he's here, and that hurt. Sorry. Sorry. She's going to spend a force point.
Okay.
To make that better. Why are the small numbers the hardest to add? Is it 24 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
This is number 14.
Okay. In that case, let's see what we can do. I have to get out the D8s. I didn't get those out yet. Okay, so that's a pretty good roll. I mean, it's only 1d8, so it can't be that good. But it is. Oh, did that? Yes, half your level to damage. So that's actually going to be 14 points of damage.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I find all the numbers.
Yeah, that's all right. If we were doing combat all the time, that'd be different, but we're not. So that is Hakuru. You're up next.
All right. Since Hakur doesn't really need to do anything special. He coughs up some blood because he did just get riddled, and he's going to double move back to Jad.
Okay.
And my next turn, in case anybody is wondering, is going to be to ferry Jad and myself across.
Okay.
So he's not going to be on the E-Web anymore?
Jad's got one more shot with the E-Web, and then at that point in time, it's pretty much clean up house inside.
Bring in that slug thrower.
Jad, it's your turn.
All right.
Who are you looking at?
Well, I can see that I don't have a really good line. So I think, what is that? 9 and what's that next to it? G? Is that a guard?
12 here just lit up Hakuru. You just watched him shoot the crap out of him.
Well, I mean, he's so close. Okay, fine. 12.
And the other ones, it looks like you'll just get a single shot. Well, that'd be hard, but he's got cover. So he's the only one that's really kind of out in the open with just glass around him.
Yeah.
And the glass is all cracked, so it shouldn't take any damage hardly. So roll. -5.
Okay. Oh, I got.
What did I do with that? Oh, there it is.
22 minus 5, 17 to hit.
So yeah, you can take out the rest of the glass. 17 to hit. Do you want to spend a force point?
Well, if I've missed, then yes.
Yes, you missed.
Then yes, let's spend that force point. Right. It's 6, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm adding 4. 21. Did I miss?
his reflex is 22. They're all 22.
Oh, God.
Um,
Darn it.
So the shots go off. The rest of this glass is all gone. It just explodes, and it lights up the entire area. And he is doing like the dance as things are blowing up all around him. So he's not able to take aim at anyone at this time. He's overwhelmed. All right, Lash.
Lash is going to try to break away from 11.
Okay, that would be a move action and a acrobatics.
Okay. Um, 28.
Yeah, that's enough. 1, 2. Which way you want to go to him?
I'm going, to my target. He's my primary target. I'm going to trust my crew to stay on the guards.
Okay. You get up on him as he is like starting to stand up to run. And
so she's going to just take a slash down at him.
Okay.
So I just roll a d20 plus the attack modifier, right?
Yes. Let's see your attack.
Okay.
Your attack modifier. Where'd you go? So with a lightsaber, you got a +7 to attack with.
So I'm only showing a +5, I guess. And then the +2? Okay.
Yeah. The +5 is your base attack, and the +2 is your strength.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
Because you do have the finesse to do the...
No, not yet.
Okay, that's what it is.
So 19.
That hits.
Okay. He's not as prepared for battle, I guess.
He is not as much of a warrior. He's a businessman.
Okay. So get my other dice here so I can damage. 2d8 plus 2. 11 damage.
Yeah, it goes down his back, and he arches and howls. But he still kind of keeps staggeringly... He's still on his feet. Dodd. Your weapon is in hand.
Yeah, finally.
Number 12, he's doing this distracted dancing. He's not quite flat-footed, but he is not prepared to be dodging anybody's bullets or anything.
Okay. Then I am going to circle around that structure, hoping to gain some cover from the rest of the room and get a point-blank shot on number 12.
Okay. I think anything in like 30 squares is point-blank for you.
Well, yeah, but a cinematic point-blank shot. Here we go, guys. Ugh. All right. I'll probably spend a force point.
Okay. What'd you roll?
16.
Yeah, you will need to spend a force point.
20.
Okay. Yeah, with the dancing around, his reflex is all on dodging and dancing out, the auto fire. So it hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. Nice. 16.
3d8 plus 3. Is that what it was?
Oh, plus 3?
Yeah.
Sorry. 19.
19.
No, it's just 3. Oh, yeah, plus 3.
Half your level, yeah. So that is 12.
I forgot to add the plus 1 for it being a point-blank shot earlier.
Okay. How much did you do to him? I'm sorry.
19. Do I get an extra point of damage because of point-blank shot?
You should.
Then it'd be 20.
Okay.
Yes.
And that hits his damage threshold.
Nice. I think that's the first time I've done that to anyone.
And
we're getting like, sorry, when we're taking hits like hard, like our numbers versus their numbers, they are annihilating us.
Yeah.
They're 2-1 right now, almost.
Yeah.
And so, Greg, when you rolled, it was a +6 to hit with your blaster pistol, correct? Plus,
Yes.
and then you would add on your point blank and all that stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page with what's going on. All right.
Yep.
So we are back at the top. And 12 has a -1 to roll with. Let's do him real quick. 22, does that hit you, Dodd?
Yes, it does. I do have cover, though. Does that give me any bonus?
From 12, I thought you said you whipped around this way to get sort of cover from these guys.
Yeah, I thought you said that guy was dancing around and not pulling
Yeah.
a trigger on anybody.
No, this is the guy you shot. He wasn't dodging. He's just like dancing around with all the shots. He's still got a gun.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
These guys
cool.
are. This guy probably won't be able to hit you at all with the cover. This guy could try, but he may be looking at what's happening with his boss.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
And your reflex is at
20.
All right. It's 19 points of damage.
Yikes. Okay. What is my damage threshold? 17. So I'm down 1 on the track.
Yeah. All right.
And I need to write down. You said 19 points of damage?
Yeah.
All right.
So these two are going to fire at Losh, who is chasing down their boss, but they have a -5. That one is not going to hit. 11, 21. Does it hit you, Losh?
Does she have the ability to deflect?
Okay.
There? Yeah.
So 21's what you got to beat with your use the force.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Easily. I rolled an 18 and it's a plus 17, I think, to that.
All right. So a quick little flick behind her
Yeah.
back, and it gets missed. This guy sees what's happening, and he also takes aim at you, but he has a -5 as well. And he misses. And Rua, 24.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
25 points of damage.
25. Okay, that's
Because
fine.
they're rolling 3d8s.
Right. No, that I think. Okay, doesn't drop me on the condition check. I think that does get me to 0. Give me 1 second,
Okay.
because that's not the end of the fight. 25 and 64 is 90. No, 89, right? 25 and 64 is 99.
Right.
99. Okay. So she's only got 88 hit points. So that would normally drop her.
I think with your con is the final.
That doesn't matter yet. Hang on.
Okay.
So that was a total 25 was the number of hit points. Yes. Okay. So she's got Never Surrender as a feat,
Okay.
which means that the first time in an encounter that I would be reduced to 0, I can make an endurance check as a reaction
Okay.
with a DC number equal to the number of points of damage being dealt.
Okay.
That is oh my god. Okay, so there's my had to find my endurance. So that's 15 and 12 is 27, which means I made it.
Okay.
And then I am, so instead of being down into negatives or at 0, I have 1 hit point left and I'm still on my feet.
Okay. And as a swift action, can you do the second wind?
Yes, but
Okay.
I have to wait till my turn. But yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got to wait till her turn. I believe it's 3 swift actions.
Oh, is it 3?
Yeah, basically,
No,
if
the recover is wait. No, swift wind is 1. The one that gets you more hit points is 1 swift action.
Okay.
oh,
Yeah.
Recover is normally 3 swift actions. The one to jump you
Okay.
off the condition track is 3. The second wind is 1.
oh, okay, cool. I thought they were both 3.
And that means
Yep.
that a scout with with Shake It Off, can do both in one turn.
Nice.
Because-
And were you able to do it last turn, and we just didn't do the swift
No,
action?
I used 2 swift actions to
That's what
move
it
up
is.
the condition direct once, and then
Okay.
also attack.
Okay.
So this time I'll be able to do both.
Okay. And I think that's all of the villains. That's why it's doing it. Nanat says, he points out, it looks like Rura's in trouble because he's up here looking in and everything. So he radios it to Jad. Jad, looks like Rura's in trouble. And
All right.
that is Rura's turn.
Okay.
You see her sort of like almost go down, and she stands back up.
Yeah. So she's gonna take the 1 swift action to recover.
1/4.
What is it?
hit
1/4.
points.
So 22 hit points. So I'm up to 23. Okay, that's better than nothing.
Or or a number, or your Constitution score, whatever is greater.
Right. 22 is higher than my con.
Okay.
Only by a couple of points, but it's higher. And then, God, is it worth it to? Probably not. I think what she's going to do is try to get. What does it require? It's an acrobatics check to. Is that
To
a
move
full-
around. Yeah.
What is that? What is that action? Does that take? Is that just part of a move?
Yeah.
Tumble. Is that what you're trying to do?
Tumble.
Right.
No, it's just trying to
But
disengage.
Well, no. I mean, I kind of want to just get around him, but either way,
Okay.
it's getting out without taking the attack of opportunity.
Back here.
So that is but it's part of a move action,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Are you wanting to move
Okay.
back here?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Get some cover.
Yep. Acrobatics.
So I will attempt the acrobatics roll. What's the DC?
I think it's really low. Let me look. I want to say it's.
I rolled really well. I got a 22, so
I believe that's going to do it. I think it's only like a 15 or something. Tumble, acrobatics. No, that's not it. Just tumble. Just tumble. Dex, balance, escape bonds, fall prone, stand up, tumble. DC 15. You can tumble through a threatened area or a fighting space of an enemy as part of your move action. Without
except I'm not trained in acrobatics.
Oh no.
Didn't realize that.
Trained only,
Okay.
trained only, trained only. What else can we do?
Probably nothing. I probably just have to take it if I want to get out of line of fire.
There just some other kind of disengage action.
I don't think so. Boy, they're all trained for acrobatics.
Well, then. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Alright, well, I guess. I mean, it's worth it to get the cover. I'll just see if I can survive the shot.
Okay.
So, I still want to get around behind because I can't get hit again.
Okay. He misses. He's shocked because even though you're not trained, you
Because I
leap
should've.
up and over. Yeah, you look like you're going down, and you just sprung up over his head, and he kind of shoots off in the direction, but didn't expect you to go in that direction. All right.
If
and
I
you
go,
land
I
behind
go
it.
over, literally like leaving blood
Yeah.
dripping on like as I go over.
Yep. All right. Hakru.
So I'm going to hold my action for Jad to fire his E-web,
Okay.
and then as soon as he is done with that, I will be carrying him over to the other side, and also on that time I will use a swift action to recover 1/4 of my hit points.
Okay. Jad looks like you can hit 13 and 14. Barely.
Well, I hit Dodd on the way through.
No. You're elevated a little bit.
Okay. Just to make sure.
Plus, you can always tell Dodd to duck. We've got comms. It's fine.
That is true.
All right. Oh my gosh.
So one roll -5 hits everything in the area.
So
You want to get over a
this
22?
This time I rolled an 18 after my -5. Oh wait. No, I think I forgot to add the 3. There's a 3 added in there, right?
Make
Yes,
sure.
there is.
You
Well,
have
that would.
okay, that's a +7 to your roll, no matter what. So you rolled an 18?
Yeah, so I got a 25.
Okay. And does point blank or anything add that extra point into it?
+1 to the accuracy, +1 to the damage.
Okay, so it's a
Yeah,
26.
I didn't think a point blank would work on auto fire.
Unless there's something specifically that says it doesn't, it applies to all range attacks. Like even if you're using like spaceship cannons, it applies.
Well, sucks. Then last turn I didn't miss.
Your skill of making will place odds +1 to attacks and damage rolls with ranged weapons against opponent within point blank, and with your range in this, it's completely with that. Feat normally works with vehicle weapons.
Okay.
Most circumstances, a character with shot receives a bonus to attack rolls damage only when the target's within his weapons range. Okay, that's point blank. Use of a targeting scope does not change how far your character. So taking aim with the targeting scope on a blast rifle 50 squares away does not give you a +1 to that as well. Okay, yeah, that works.
Okay.
So you're
great.
26.
Yep.
And then
26 then.
Then we'd be taking a -5 off of that.
Yep. So 21. So I'll spend the force point, and I don't even need to roll, right? Because
nope, you sure don't.
Right. Okay.
Roll your damage. That's the 3d12.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Plus 3.
31 damage.
And plus your point blank, or the
yeah, 31.
31. Okay.
Yep.
So 14. Where's he at? He goes down. They both go down the condition track. Let's see. 31, you said?
Yes.
13.
Two force points. That's cool. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. 2 force points is fine.
That's a big thing. Okay. These guys look rough. They're shot up. Both of them are below half. All right. Hakru?
Take me over, good sir.
I put my arms around Jad's waist, and I fly both of us to land basically right next to Dodd, and I drop him off.
Okay. Do you still stay in flight?
No.
Okay.
But when I land, I do use my swift action to do the second wind, so I heal 22 hit points.
Okay. All right. Lashara.
Lashara is going to again serve some Jedi justice here and take another attack at my target. And misses.
What'd you roll?
A 4.
Ooh. All right. Dodd.
All right. Lining up another shot at number 12, I guess.
Okay. And he's easier to hit because he's down on the condition track.
Yeah, well, I'm also down the condition track, and I rolled a 4.
Oof.
So I am not hitting.
Okay. All right. Back at the top. This guy is going to move up here, and he starts yelling at the kid to get out. The kid is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and gets out the door. Boy, oh boy. This guy sees all this commotion. He's going to start firing over here. Same with this guy's. Reinforcements are coming in. So 14. He's stunned. He doesn't know what's going on. His target jumped over his head and he just got lit up. So he is going to skip this round. 13 is attacking with a sword, a vibro sword.
Okay.
That is a natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
6, 5, 11, 22 points of damage. Oh, that so. And these look like the same swords that you found at the house.
Okay. She's down to 50 hit points. It does meet her damage threshold.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, this guy's going to fire into melee again. Just goes all over the place. This guy's going to fire at Jad. He's fresh. And he misses. 12.
Actually, before we go any farther, I do have lightsaber block. I might not have to take that.
Oh, yeah. That's against melee weapon.
Yeah, I think so.
It was a natch, so that's 28 you'd have to beat with your use the force.
Okay.
Sure, I think you have block.
15 plus 17. Yeah, I beat it. 32.
Do you have block?
Yep. Yeah, my four Jedi talents
yep, you
are...
sure do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep. I didn't put it on your description, but I'll have to add that in. So it blocks. So take all your damage off, your condition track, everything.
Okay. So she's kind of tanky if she gets the rolls,
Yeah.
but she doesn't dish out much damage, obviously.
Right. And when you block it, it slices the blade in half. And so
shit.
it is not usable. He looks shocked. Number 13. All right. So that was everybody, right? Oh,
I interrupted what you were doing with.
this is number 12. He's minus on the condition track, but he's shooting. So 21 to hit you.
You hit Dodd?
Yeah.
Yep, that's a hit.
All right. 10, 11, 16 points of damage.
Does not go over my threshold, but it puts me at a negative 25 or 35.
He
So
didn't do
it
that
puts
much.
you down 35, not negative 35
Right.
hit points.
What?
10,
You're
11,
down
12.
35 hit points. You're not in
Yes.
negative numbers. That's,
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
God
Like,
dang.
how did he double damage?
Right. I still have 16 hit points left, guys.
Okay. That's how Dodd has been describing his blaster encounters? As I took 76 points of damage. It was like a 20 hit. He's like doing what Scotty does with his repair quotes, dressing it up. The laser blast was 10 feet around. If it was 20, all right.
All I said was I was down 35.
I thought you were on.
negative
Yeah.
5 hit points.
Did I? Well, if I did
Woo,
it.
scared
My
me.
mistake. My mistake.
I did that little wincing, like, what'd I do? All right.
Yeah.
So we're back
Who's
to
got a potion of healing?
Right?
All right. Anybody lay on hands?
yeah. Rua, it is your turn.
All right, Rora's going to spend 2 swift actions to get all the way back up the condition track, and then she's going to pop up over this thing and stab this guy in the back of the head.
Okay.
Because she's still got a spear.
Yep.
You know, she's not happy about anything that's happening right now. Oh, it was almost a 19. It was a 1 instead.
All right. So you spend your 2 swift actions. You get back up. Hakru.
All right.
It's crazy in here.
Okay, so draw an aim, the weapon, and he's gonna take a shot at
11, 9 are open. He's got cover behind this big item. You could shoot one of these two if you wanted, but you'll just take the -5.
G's running,
G's
right?
fine too. G's out the door. Yeah, the door closes behind him.
Oh, he closes behind him?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did a double move. That was his, just to get there was a single move.
Okay, so if he's gone, then I guess he's gone. How's the guy that... So I know Rora's looking pretty
Yes.
beat up.
A lot of blood over there.
Okay.
Dodd
then
is-
I'm
there's a
going
lot-
to...
Dodd's pretty shut up too.
Yeah, but I can't see number 12 from where I'm at.
Unless you want to move, it's up to you.
Right. No, I can't really move right now if I want to actually do something.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just going to point and click at 14.
Okay.
Okay.
It's 21 to hit him.
21 to hit him? All right. I'm pretty sure I got him because I just rolled a 15.
Yeah.
And I have a +8, +9.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go. 3d10 plus 4. He takes... Ooh, nice. 24 points of damage.
He goes down. He was pretty beat up. Pretty beat up.
Okay. And just for cinematic, Hakru just, racks his gun real quick and just points his gun up to the next target, which I guess would be H, and that's where his turn ends.
Okay.
Rura offers a tired-looking salute from behind her cover.
All right, Jad, it's your turn.
All right. I want to take out number 11 there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bust out the. What do I want to bust out? I want to bust out my heavy blaster pistol,
Okay.
and I'm gonna move to that desk. Just beyond it, so I can take some cover. Maybe down below.
Over here?
So I have so I have a little cover. And since would you consider that 2 spaces, 2 squares?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you trying to charge or something? Oh, I see. I know what you're doing. Go ahead.
All right. And is number 11 flat-footed by any chance?
No. They're all.
Oh,
No
that's
one's.
too bad.
No one's
That's too
flat-footed.
bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's too bad. All right. That's all right. So I got to. Where's my
Point blank still applies.
25, 26, 27, 27 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I got that.
It's so small on the screen.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
The words. My computer's so small.
You can click on my
17.
camera and it'll go almost full screen.
Oh no, it's my character sheet.
Oh, I see.
15, 6,
Sorry.
9. Oh no, it's
You have to go into your
19.
browser and increase the.
Yeah. 21 damage.
Okay. That hits his reflex or his threshold, so he's down 1. 21, you said?
Yes, 21. I rolled pretty well.
Yeah. All right. All right. Lashara.
She is. She's gonna go ahead and attack her target again.
Host. Okay.
Yeah. I think
Oh, he didn't run.
yeah, he would have had trouble running. Is there a way that she can attack a certain part of his body to try to disable him?
I think that's all feats, like chopping off limbs and everything. That's a high Jedi talent.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just gonna attack him.
Okay.
21, so that
hits.
should hit.
Yeah.
All right, so 2d8. $14 damage.
Okay. All right.
She's really bad at killing an individual with a lightsaber. The Jedi make it look so easy.
Those are almost all high level.
Yeah.
Very high level guys. And can you use a force point to do extra damage, or just attack?
I would have to look that up. I will research it. You can go ahead.
Then we have Dodd.
All right. So a swift action gives me down to 15 hit points. If I get hit again, I'm out of the fight. So I need to do the.
Okay.
I need to do the
second win.
Second win.
It's a quarter of your hit points rounded down, or your Constitution, whichever is higher.
My Constitution is 13. My hit points are 15. Anybody want to?
No, your total hit points. A quarter.
What is your max hit point?
51.
A quarter of that. So you're looking at, let's see, 1, and then it's 12 versus what?
13 is the higher
take a
number.
13.
Yeah.
Next level, you'll take a quarter, but right now it's the 13.
Okay. Yep, 13 it is.
Okay.
So that's a swift action. I can still attack, right?
Yes. And move if you needed to.
22. All right, and attacking number 12 again.
12 is the luckiest dude.
Mm-hmm.
Be alive still.
So I've got a 17 total with all the bonuses and then the -1 for being down the condition track.
To hit?
Yeah, to hit.
Do you want to spend a force point?
4 or better, right?
His reflex is 21 right now.
So I need a 5 or better. So no, I'm not going to spend it.
Okay. All right. Back to the top. It's the bad guys.
Oh yeah, I did attack them. Okay. Sorry.
That's all right. He is gonna bust free, so you get a free attack.
Oh, okay. 19.
That
11
hits.
and 7. Okay.
Roll your damage.
8 damage.
He looks really rough, but he is still on his feet. And he is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oops. Damn it. All right. This guy drops his broken sword and picks up his other sword. Or not his other sword, his ranged weapon. And that is not going to hit. 17?
Nope.
Okay. This guy takes off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This guy's firing at Jad again. And that's a natural 1. And that is a 14 to hit Dodd. 13 to hit Dodd as he's hurt. All right. And it is Rua's turn.
Rura is going to kind of lead around whatever it is she's ducked behind and try to grab the gun off this guy who just fell in front of her.
Okay. It's a blaster rifle. 3D 8.
So is it a blaster rifle?
Yeah.
Blaster rifle. Okay.
Blaster rifle, yep. And a vibroblade if you want a vibroblade.
Oh, good. I can use rifles. No, it's all good. Is that like the equivalent of a move action, or how much of her turn does that take?
Swift.
Okay. So
Was there any way for Lash to say, Rura, don't let him get away as our target ran by? Like,
I mean, you could say that, but she didn't have a ranged weapon at the time.
Yeah.
So she couldn't, take the shot.
What do we think the call is on taking, a move, part of a move, and doing a swift and then continuing? Is that...
Son of a bitch. She actually could have thrown the spear. I forgot that she had that.
But not as a reaction, though. So you made it out already. So you still have your spear.
Sure. Yeah. And she's actually big enough that the blaster pistol is a light weapon for her, so...
Okay, so 1,
She's
2,
good.
3... Do you want to move out in the hall?
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
4,
I've got 8 squares of movement.
5... Oh, shit. I think it... What's your range on the spear? It's probably on the back of your sheet.
Normal range. I don't know, actually.
It might be on the back of your sheet under the equipment area. I may have put it down there.
No, I thought I wrote it down at some point, but I don't remember where. Hang on. Because I think all the ranges are the same for thrown weapons.
Thrown weapons, yeah. I want to say it's itsy bitsy, and I had a thing that we used. Oh, where'd it go? Here it is. Thrown weapons.
Thrown weapons. 0 to 6 squares is point blank.
So he is right in short, unless you wanted to run past this guy. But you're doing
attack of opportunity.
Yeah, but it's a melee attack. He doesn't have a melee weapon, so.
Okay, well that's fine. Yeah, I'll get there, and at that point I'll just shoot him because so if I stop to pick up the gun, I can't shoot him.
Right, but you still have your
So
spear.
to run after him, I would have to just have the spear with me out the hall. Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
So.
Point blank range.
Yes. No condition track modifier, and
nice.
I rolled an 18.
That hits.
That'll hit him. Yeah.
Plus 8.
Awesome. Yeah. Plus 9 because point blank.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Come on. Not max damage, but almost. That's a 7 on the die. That's 15 points of damage.
15?
15.
He staggers. Instead of running
he doesn't go down. He's now got a spear sticking out of him. So
he doesn't,
it's easier to find.
He doesn't stop. He doesn't fall down, but he slows down and is limping toward the office space or the foyer. All right.
He's not down, she yells back to Lashara.
Okay. So that is Hakru.
All right.
You hear he's not down yet, and Lash is looking at the doorway, trying to disengage with this number 13.
How does 13 look? Fresh?
He's looking pretty rough. He's down the
Okay,
condition track.
Cool. Then Hakru is going to... because we are... I don't have to move this round, and I've already aimed the last one, I can now aim as a swift action because of how the blaster rifle works instead of 2 swift actions. Spend a second swift action to take a very deep breath and this is a pull that La should feel.
Okay.
I'm going to use Battle Strike, so I got to roll a use the Force check.
Okay.
Because this is going to add some extra d6s to the shot at 13, so I can put 13 down.
Okay.
So I rolled a 13 plus 11, so 24.
That hits. Yep.
No, this is the use the force. You hit the use the force, and then you do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So as a 24, I get plus 1 on my next attack roll, and I deal an extra 2d6 of damage.
Okay.
So now I roll my attack. All right. So 13 plus 1 from that. That's 14 plus 1 from point blank. That's
Wait, what did you
15.
roll on your original use the force check?
24 total.
Oh, you just missed it by 1. Okay.
Yeah, I just missed the 3d6
The
on
next
it.
stage, yeah.
You would like to spend an additional force point, it bumps you up 2d6 extra. So it's 46.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I don't want to.
Oh, yeah. Well,
If you want to make sure
we're
he's
looking
dead.
at a 26 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, cool. So I have 3d10
My God.
plus 4d6.
Yep.
I need. Good thing I got 4 sets of dice here, so I can use all the d6s.
Good thing we have at least a couple damage dealers. Between Jad and Hakru, Rura, Lash, and Dodd are just bullet soakers, and those guys kill everything.
I'm not done yet. There's still more that gets added to this build, and it gets
Oh, God.
more gross
Yeah.
each level from now on.
And this is something Lashara could use on her lightsaber strikes if she wanted to learn it.
Okay, so let's see here. 12. Just in case it matters, I've got 15 from Battle Strike,
Okay.
23 from the gun, plus point blank and half level. So 15 plus 23 plus
38
where is
right
it?
now.
Here it is. Another 4.
42,
20
I think.
42. Yep.
Yeah.
Lashara feels the force. What would it be? It's like everything sort of tunnels around, and you sense this pathway over your shoulder right into this guy, and this blaster bolt comes barreling through it in almost like a slow motion, and it goes right into his head, and the guy falls straight down. And you kind of side-eye back, and Hakru's got a wicked grin on his face.
And then just a re-rack and gun points immediately at 11.
Okay.
You glance, you look at Lashara, and she has this look of like freedom yet terror at what happened directly in front of her.
Yep. All right, Jad, it's your turn.
All right. I guess I'm going to take aim at 11 again. That guy needs to go down.
Okay.
And since I'm right here,
There you
might as well. 28 to hit.
go. That hits.
Okay. 17 damage this time. No, 17. Did you say 11? 17.
It's number 11.
Oh, yeah, 11.
All right. Under his threshold, but
Still not dead?
does some damage. No.
I never actually landed an attack on that guy. He was,
You're the only one that's hit him. All right. Lashara.
So Lash is going to take off out the room towards Rora.
Double move.
Yeah.
3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm assuming you move 6, right? So it's 12 for the double move.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right up on him. And then you run past this guy who has no melee
Well,
weapon.
I'll tell you what. Let's make this a little bit more spectacular, because that guy doesn't have any hit points left, does he?
No, the main guy.
Yeah, the main guy.
No.
Look, put me back right before 9. So it would have been 6 out. And she's going to use kinetic combat and throw her saber.
Okay.
So I think that's a use the force check. 21.
That hits.
Right. 12 damage.
Yep. Rura, as you're running toward him, out of nowhere, this laser blade flies past you and sinks right in the middle of his shoulder blades, and protrudes out the front of him, and he just slumps forward. Number 9, when he sees this, he drops his weapon and puts his hands up.
For the record, when she saw that, and one of the things that might have led to 9 also dropping his weapon is that Roar lets out basically, like, because she ran after this guy because Lash said to. Like, she's basically almost in kind of like bloodlusty, like not thinking mode right now. And so when he goes down, she lets out this really, really loud, very excited cat roar.
Okay.
Except she's still kind of like bleeding from the mouth a little bit at the same time, right over this guy.
Okay. Oh, so you rush up to him too?
No, she's standing right here still.
Okay.
But like she's doing this right next to number 9, who was still armed.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, he looks pretty shaken up. Number 9 hasn't taken any damage, so he's pristine looking for the most part, but he just drops his gun as soon as he sees his boss go down. Does he say anything to anybody else? Yeah. He does not say anything to anybody else. He rolled low. So we are at Dodd.
All right. Rinse and repeat.
Okay.
Nope, I miss.
Yeah. The baddies. Will he say anything this time? Yes. He says Hosk is dead. Host, is that a name? Did I miss this? Hosk is dead.
Yeah.
Stand down. And 11 and 12 both let their weapons go to their side and kind of put their hands up. So we're falling out of initiative now. So it's whoever wants to do something or whatever, it's up to you.
I would like to storm out into the hallway and unload my slug thrower into the dead corpse.
Okay.
We're like almost angrily, like you said, 9 dropped his gun, like literally dropped it on the floor.
It's on a strap, so it goes to his side, but his hands are up.
She's gonna. Can she just out of sheer aggravation use her claws to cut through that strap really quick and take his gun off of him and just stalk back into the room?
Yeah. Boy, roll an attack. I'd say plus 10 because he doesn't know what's going. He's just standing there.
Well, I rolled an 18, so plus,
the damage, it goes right through. Instead of cutting it in half, you cut down through 4 segments, and they all kind of flutter to the ground.
It's fine. Stalk back in the room, make sure everybody else is okay. She and Dot are like passing each other in the hallway. Jab's stalking out to shoot this guy. She's stalking back in to make sure everybody's all right.
So Latch looks over at Dodd, and she's going to go over to him and use, because she has not taken a hit. She's somehow negated with block and whatnot, which is cool. But she is going to use, because Dodd's in the worst shape again, right? Or is Rora?
Rora has 23 hit points.
I have 20. I think I have more. Hold on. Yeah, I'm in better. I'm in better
Yeah.
shape. I have 23 hit points.
So while people are, I guess, doing things, Hakru would be like still on mission. He's started to realize what surrender is, so he doesn't immediately try to shoot these guys in the face because apparently you guys frown upon finishing a fight. But yeah, he's going to grab the duffel bag. He'd ferry that over, and then basically he'd be like looking to, I guess, grab Rura on the next one because she was supposed to be his next, to just start ferrying people back over to the Ripper because it's time to go.
Okay.
Yeah, we do not want to linger here. So, like, do you guys want? Aurora says, "Thank you, my friends. Does anyone need my help?" And like, they've seen her heal a bit before. Does anyone want that?
Now, are we sure we don't want to take? Oh, sorry, I do not want the heal. I didn't get hit.
It's not a ton.
It's not a priority thing right now. Like, I think getting out of here would be more like if there's nobody's actively shooting anymore, and we have time to get to the ship. I think she's more intent on getting to the ship.
So Lash looks over.
We want to let these guys go.
Right. So Lash looks over at Dodd, and for that exact reason, she says, "Do we need to secure these guys and take them with us?"
Which guys are you talking about? The security guys?
Yeah.
No, leave them be. They're employees.
Okay.
Are we sure they're employees?
What else would they be?
I don't know.
So the one
I look at number 12 and I say, "We good?"
Says my boss is down, and that was my orders were to protect him.
So we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like,
Lash,
he like points. He's like,
boot over.
I don't have any beef with you, man. It's just a job.
Cool.
Lash looks over at one of them and says, "We're heading to the council. We need to speak with the kid." But she just leaves it at that.
Number 9 says he's followed you guys back into the office space. If that's where you're all at, he says, "I'll let him know. He's in a secure, safe room."
Figured.
He's like, it's gonna probably take some time for him to take over or be recognized as the leader of the house, but
What Ash is going to say, as far as I know, he had nothing to do with the actions of his father, but I'll have no retaliation on the house of Kar-Fey.
The house of who?
Kar-Fey, our house. If we need to discuss this, we can. But as from this point forward, business is complete, justice has been served, and we're going to leave.
Yeah, the guy says the kid's not really a business guy or a fighter or anything, so I don't think he'd be doing much. He wanted to go to art school and off planet. Now he's in charge.
Art school, he's no danger.
Yeah. So,
he's a liberal arts. This guy's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Like if he was.
He also says him and his dad were at odds, and so he did not like his dad very much. And the whole arranged marriage really drove a stake between everything going on, like the family was.
Gotcha.
Final straw with the kid.
So we can get out of here.
Okay. You guys load up on the Ripper and take off back to the spaceport and land. And does anyone want to go down and get the speeders?
Sure.
Take a cab back.
I'll be in my
well, if they can bring Lash down to the speeders, she does want to go talk to the council, especially after learning all of this and getting a confession that, that he had been messing with the family business and that this was all part of a planned agenda, and that retaliation should go no further. That this vendetta is over.
Okay.
Justifying the homicide.
The Ripper floats down to street level and lets you off, and lets somebody else off if they want to grab the other speeder. and then it lifts back up in the air and takes off for the space.
Yeah, I'll grab the second speeder.
Yeah. And with the council, it is a by appointment only. They meet like every few days to discuss business, that sort of thing. It's a very, it's like a board of trustees sort of thing. They don't get together every day and do business. It's every few days they meet up and go through things. So you can go back to your house. You can go to the...
Yeah, we're going to go deal with Dad now.
Okay. Anybody else going with them, or is just Losh? He flies by the penthouse and sort of puts the ramp down. If you guys want to get off here.
Yeah, Aurora's gonna get out.
Get in the ship. It's time to do some healing.
Actually, yeah, no, Aurora wouldn't leave the ship. She'd kind of be curled up in her bunk for a while.
Okay. Andrew, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I was talking on mute. Hakru would be taking his role of rolling heal packs on people.
Okay.
Which I think, again, is Dodd himself and Lash.
Okay. So
or not Lash, Rura. Because Lash went home, I guess?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's taking the speeder home. Somebody had to drive the other speeder home. Jad?
Yeah, I'll drive it home. Yeah. I'm also going to get on comms and let everybody know, hey, did you guys see? I didn't get hit that time going into battle. No bullets or blasters or anything. It's great.
As he's saying it, it's cutting scene to scene to Dodd and his wounds and Rur and her wounds. and Hakru and his wounds. So
Hakru's not that bad, is the thing. It's just like it's just more than what a night's sleep would heal for Hakru.
It was a pretty big wound, though. He pretty good.
Rura has decided never to enter a gunfight again without at least a gun initially, because that did not go well.
So whoever wants to stay on the ship stays on the ship. Losh goes back. The estate it's in the late afternoon, and so visitors are sort of leaving at this point. The family guards let you in. You do a double take at the gate, and the guard like blushes, and it's the bounty hunter who was assigned to bring you in. He's got a house uniform on and everything now.
Oh wow.
He kind of just like shrugs. He's like, welcome to the family, I guess. I don't know. They're paying good, so you go inside and your mother's cleaning up stuff and directing the staff to move things around and everything. And she stops when you come in and she looks at you. She goes, is it done?
She says, it is done by my hand.
She sighs. She says, can we wake your father up now, or do we have to wait?
Unless you have a reason to keep him in the trance, I believe we can wake him.
Okay. She goes over and pulls out a nice silver key and puts it in the lock, and the lid rolls open. And he's laying there. Smells like flowers that are in the casket with him, and he doesn't look like he's breathing, but you can still sort of sense that he's alive.
So she kind of enters a bit of a trance and brushes the force up against his life force to try to arouse him from the trance.
Yep. And just a couple seconds go by and his eyes flutter open, and he kind of yawns, stretches, and sits up. Goes, that was quite pleasant. Kicks his legs over. Goes, look at all these flowers.
She looks at him with this odd face. She's not happy that this all went the way it did, but she said, Father Husk is dead. He fully admitted that he's been interfering with family business for quite some time as a vendetta against their family for the breaking of marriage contract with Mother. He seemed confused that our family would want retaliation. I guess he believed that he had a much better business footing, and that no retaliation would occur. But he's no longer here, and I believe our issues with their family are over.
He says, wow, he says, if you hadn't come back with the skills you have and with the money, we wouldn't have been in any position to put up a fight or anything, any retaliation. And if they had succeeded and killed me, then your mother would have turned over assets probably this week, and that'd be it.
So, Father,
Go ahead.
I have to let you know that this is not the way I want to operate. I've learned so many things since in the short time I've left Bothwai, and I consider this as justice for a wrongdoing against our family. But I do believe that a conversation needs to be had with the council to make sure that there are no other vendettas that I'm going to have to come down to deal with later.
He says, I understand. He says, most of our business dealings over the years have been very above board and very peaceful, and we can continue that. He says, I will try to absorb as much of his estate as I can, and that will set us up to do better. And he says, with our security forces back in place, we shouldn't need to call on you for anything that I know of.
Do you with the assets that I've transferred over and the potential for what to gain after this incident, can you arrange for my friends to be taken care of? A few of them took some punishment in the fight.
Oh, yes. He says, I'll set something up at the local hospital, and they can get into it back to the tank.
Thank you.
He just asks for their names and puts it on a little pad. Mother hands them.
She looks at her mom and she gives her a hug and she says, I don't know what happened in the past with Hosk. I just know that he tried to kill Father and thought he succeeded in killing Father and had no qualms about it. He thought it would make the situation better, and I couldn't let that stand. That being said, I'm going to go back with my crew and make sure that they are taken care of. But I'm not sure that I'm going to stay on world for much longer. There's a few things that I need to see completed, and I still haven't solved the mystery of who my real father is. So I'll stay around for a while, and I'll leave my comms available, and I will stop back in before we leave, but we may not be on planet for much longer.
She says, I understand. She says, I didn't expect to bring you back into all of this. I didn't know the extent of what was going on. I just knew your father was sick, and I didn't know if you would want to see him before he died, because that was what was happening.
Well, I know you didn't have many options but to send a bounty hunter after me, who, by the way, I saw in the yard. I guess I can't blame him. Yeah. Yeah. But I'll make sure that we can stay in touch even when I'm off world. My exit before, now that I've thought about it, could have been better, but there was a lot of emotions, and I apologize for that. I promise, and she holds onto her mom's hand, and she's like, I promise to stay in touch and leave you some channels of communication. Okay? Do you think the family is in a good place now?
She says yes, and she's getting all teary-eyed, and she pulls you in close and gives you a big hug and whispers in your ear, I'm so proud of you.
She gives her a big hug and then turns and walks out of the room.
As you're leaving, your mother attends to your father and gets him on his feet and walking him around, that sort of thing. So, outside, your speeder's there. Everyone stayed on the ship, correct? Went back to the ship, stayed on the ship? Okay. 20 minutes later, you're at the spaceport with where the Ripper's at.
She goes up to the crew and says that she's made arrangements for the best care locally on planet. Who's ready for a dip in a Bacta tank? And she like
You say this, a crew comes walking like out of like the med bay with like med packs under each arm, holding gauze like in his mouth, like.
And yeah, so she's like, "Crew, I appreciate it, but I think we might be able to do better than that this time." And she shouts up to Nanat. She says, "Nanat, here's the coordinates. Can we head to this hospital?" And she like tells them where to go.
Okay. So over goes, and it's like 20 minutes or an hour, and it heals up everything.
Wait.
All right. So it's evening. It is 10 o'clock our time, so we're probably going to call it here. And we'll start back up in the morning on Bothwy, see if anything needs to be tied up, and then we'll go from there. I think that's it. I don't want to throw anything out until we meet up again, which will probably be after the holidays, so it might take a while for us to get another episode in. So thanks for all for checking in and watching us, and like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. May the Force be with you. This has been a production of Gaming Without Gaming, all rights reserved. Visit us at gamingwithoutgaming.com. Follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/gamingwithoutgaming. Title music is by Greg Braun. Find him on soundcloud.com/Clara7. That's KLARA-7. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Gaming Without Gaming logo music is by Kevin MacLeod.